and welcome back to my channel. I know it is winter, but I really feel like making just a really short project, and I thought I could make a bralette since I think these are really great for summer. I have got these really beautiful colours here that I want to use. I just bought these a while ago, like a few months ago. These were just really cheap. It's acrylic, I believe. Yeah, 100% polyacrylic. But yeah, I just really feel like making something short and sweet. So I'm gonna try and make my own pattern for this. I don't go with anything else, just like what I feel like. I wanted to be really simple. I wanted to have like a big band around the like under boob waist area, and then have like 2 triangles, of course, for the actual boob area, and then a nice strap. And I do think I wanted to go into the back so you can lace it up in a sense. I don't know if I will still stick with that at the end. We'll just see. It's just like an experiment because I want to try something new. I want to try a few stitches and see how it turns out, and I'm gonna take you along with me. Right, let's go. So I do have my first colour here. I'm starting with this really nice light pink, and I'm gonna use a 3.5mm hook. And first of all, I'm gonna create a slip knot. So you put the yarn over itself, so you create a loop like this, and then you grab the other yarn with your 2 fingers, you pull, and you got a slip knot. So I'm gonna chain 10 chains, since this is the amount of chains that I need for my chest size. But this can vary, of course, from person to person. If you are bigger chested, then you might have to chain more, but 10 chains I think work the best for me. I also found that an even number is better to work with, so try and make it either a bit bigger or a bit smaller, just to get an even number if you start off with an uneven one. So I'm gonna chain 10 chains now. And I will go into the second loop from the hook, so right through here, and I'm gonna single crochet. So you go into the stitch like this, you pull up a loop, so you got 2 on the hook, you yarn over and you pull through both. That's how you make a single crochet. Again, here you can see the loop. If you make this a bit lighter here, you go through it, you get the yarn, pull it up, so you got 2 on the hook, you yarn over and you pull through both. You're gonna do this till the end of the chain. Make sure that you do not skip any. No, that's not one. Yeah, please make sure that you don't skip any. You can always count to see if you do have the correct number. Just be aware that you will have one less. So if you start with a chain of 10 like me, you will have 9 stitches in total, since you go into the second chain from the hook, which makes it 9. So this, and get into the very last one. Do not forget about this, because I know a lot of people do. So this is what it looks like now, and we're going to chain 1, turn the work, and we're going to do the same thing along this row. Again, single crochet just like normal in every single stitch. And into the last one right here. And instead of going back along this edge again, we are turning it on its well, not side, but like this. So you got the flat edge down here, so it's parallel to your body, and we are going into that space right here, which is the extra chain that we did chain to go into the second stitch from the hook. So it's that space right here, and what you're going to do is you're going to place 3 single crochets in there. So three, like this, and you can see that. You can go back and count on it. I'll count it, 1, 2, 3, into that space. Now you turn it on its other side and go back the other way, which is like the underside of that very first chain that we made. So again, make sure you go into every single stitch, and the very last one, get this tail out of the way like this, and this is what it looks like. So you got the 3 single crochets on the very top, and this is basically what you are going to do every single time when you reach the top. You place 3 single crochets in the middle one. Because we placed 3 in 1, you're gonna skip the first one and then place 2 in the middle one, and then 3 in the middle one, and then 1 in the third one, because 3 is an odd number if you haven't noticed yet. So you're gonna have 1 on each side and then 3 in the very middle. So I am going to change my color now. I'm going to go with this darker pink or purple, and I'm actually going to undo this very last one, and for a color change you go into the stitch, you pull up a loop, but instead of pulling through the loops with the same color, you're just going to take your next color, kind of secure it with your fingers in the back, and you're pulling through, and then you chain 1 to properly secure it, like this. Now you flip your work. You can snip off this yarn that you don't need anymore, like that. Goodbye, see you later. And we're just going to do the same thing again like we just did. Single crochet all along. Don't forget this very first stitch here, and then you should be good to go. Here you are at the top. You can see these 3 single crochets in this space here. You got 1, 2, 3. You go into the first one with a normal one, and then in the second one right here you're gonna place 3 into the same space. So 1, 2 and 3, and then 1 again when you go down here. So this is what it looks like right now. You got these 3 single crochets on the very top, and this is basically what you're going to do for the rest of the cup. You're just going in half circles, I guess, placing 3 on the very top, and that's how you make your 2 cups. So I'm going to see you when I finish both of them. So here I've got both of my cups. They are actually not as bright as the camera makes it look like, but yeah, here you can see both of my cups. They do curl up like this, which is completely fine. Also on the sides, don't worry about it, because we are going to have a band at the bottom which will sort this out, this problem. Make sure that both of your cups are facing the right way. Here I have still got my yarn attached. Do not snip it off if you can help it from your second cup because this will help you attach it. To know if you have them both facing in the right or wrong way, you can see it quite clearly. For example, here, if you have a look at the white, you see lots of like upside down V's, and if I would turn it around, I do not have these. I have smaller ones and the ridge following along here. So this would be the right way, and this would be this would be the right way, and this would be the wrong one. Also make sure when you attach this here, what we are going to do now is that you not only have both of them facing the correct way, but also when you attach it, you have the pretty sides, both of these facing together. Otherwise you're going to have this little slip stitch that we're going to make here now on the other side, so be careful about that as well. So here I've got both of my cups facing in the same way, just like this, and all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go into that very last stitch of my second cup here, and I'm gonna slip stitch. I'm gonna chain one, and that's it. Now they are attached right here. What we are going to do now is we are going to crochet on one side all along the bottom here, and we are gonna actually once you get to the end here, we're gonna chain some more the length of your side to your back, because these will be the straps you're gonna have. So however long you want the strap to be, the bottom part to be, so it covers the whole side of your side, this is going to be what we are going to do now. So make sure you either measure it on yourself, or you have like something in mind that you want to do. If you want a bit of an open back, so the back is completely exposed, you're going to have this here a little bit shorter. If you want more coverage and to be connected completely at the back, you're going to have this longer. So that's what I'm going to do now. Crochet here and then go longer this way. So this is what it looks like right now. I have just single crocheted all along the bottom here, and then I have added another 16 chains, because one more for the turning chain, because we're going to go into the second one from the hook as always. And what we are going to do now is we're going to go back on it, but we will go on top. We will make the straps immediately, so we don't have to attach it later on anymore. We're going to single crochet along here, this chain, and then we will go up here, this cup, and then we're going to extend this. We're going to make the strap really long, because this is what's going to be either on the back or however you want to tie it, around the neck or whatever. We're going to crochet a chain just like this one up here, then go on back on the chain. We're going to come down here all along this side, do the same in the corner here as well for a strap in the back, and then connect it to this point again. Don't worry, I will take you along. It may sound complicated, but it actually isn't. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to single crochet back on this chain and up to this point. So we are almost at the top like before. We want to be in the middle, so right here from these 3 chains. And now we're gonna chain any number of chains that you want, as long as you want the strap to be. That is gonna go around your neck or on, well, over your shoulder, behind your back, whatever you want. So now I have chained from the top here of the cup 120 chains, just because I do want to lace it up in the back and I want to have a long enough chain. And if you don't want to have it that long, you can always make it shorter, or any lace up you want to have. It's completely up to you if you want more chains or less. You can also attach this rope later on. I just want to have a thicker rope, that's why I'm doing it like this, because now I will go back over it and single crochet into every single chain till I'm here, and then go back down on the cup here, then back up here, do the same thing, chain 120 for the second strap, and then go back down here. So this is what the bralette looks right now. I have finished both of the straps here. I know they are quite curly, but don't worry, that's completely fine. And all I did was go along the top, make the second strap, go along here, then get the second side done as well, also again chaining 16 and then going into the second chain from the hook, and then just single crocheting all along here at the bottom. And what I did then was I just slip stitched into that very center, so both of these are connected and you don't get any weird like bunching up or one stitch, you know, too much, too many here. So yeah, and what I'm gonna do now, since it is time for the body itself, before I do that I'm just gonna weave in all of these loose ends so I don't catch them anymore whilst I crochet along here. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So I have finally finished weaving all in the ends. That took quite a while, I'm not gonna lie. But now we can finally start with working on the body. So I'm going to attach my yarn right on this end here with the next colour and just work my way all along here and just make a band, I guess. I'm going to use a normal single crochet again just to make it all uniform, and yeah, hopefully when I'm done with this we're gonna have a nice bralette at the end. So I have finished now all of the body. I have made it into a length that I like. I also tried it on to see if that's how I want it to be. I also, for the back, I've also already laced it up because I do want the straps to not cross in the back first. I want them to go straight and then have like this nice lace up detail. And all I did for this was take my hook here and then go into a stitch like this, and then take the end of the rope here and just hook up this last end like this and then pull it through. You might have to push a little bit harder to really get it through because these stitches are quite tight, and this is obviously a well, 2 chains, not just a single one, so it might be a bit hard, but it will be fine. And I laced it up in the here at the top twice, then the middle part around this really dark stripe here, which is the middle-ish for me, and then at the back here in the corner again. And now you can tie it in the end, and that is basically it for the lace up. So now let's try it on.